everybody, welcome back to TapRooT TV. I'm Benna Hughes and I'm here today with Chris Valley. Chris is winding up our series we've had on our TapRooT Summit tracks. This is number 6 of 6. And so we're ending up with the best, right, Chris?
Yep. I haven't combed my hair. It's all good.
Okay. We're real excited about the summit. It's a little over a month away. It's March 11th to 15th in Montgomery, Texas. And Chris is in charge of the Stopping Human Error track. Tell us a little bit about that track.
All right, so I want to put a disclaimer out. First thing is that stopping human error has nothing to do with blame. It just has to do with enhancing the environment that people work in, and it's all about learning. It's all about learning and making it better for people. And it all starts with people. So, but it has nothing to do with blame. There's a big thing about stopping human error is bad. Don't say that.
Right.
But if I don't understand what the person couldn't do because of what I gave them, then how do I make it better? I can have all the best training and the procedures in the world, but if I don't understand the issue that happened that day when they tried to be successful, then I'm stuck. So
this is how you've designed your track.
Yeah.
Around that.
Exactly.
Concept. Okay. Well, so starting on Wednesday, after a Ready, Set, Go and everything, your first session looks like an all-star track, all-star session.
Oh.
You've got a zillion people in that session. Tell me about that.
So you saw my power team. So
Yes.
so we got a wonderful experience, a wealth of experience. We got Reb Bricky, and you'll see Ralph on the thing. You have Brian Tink, Kevin McManus, myself. And over the years of teaching, we see that there's some common mistakes people make when defining causal factors.
Okay.
For your non-TapRooT people, that's basically something that somebody did or didn't do, or something that equipment did or didn't do that caused a incident, failed to stop it or catch it when it could have, or when the problems happened, they didn't respond correctly, and it made the problem a whole lot worse. For example, quality. If you have a quality problem, a customer complaint, the way you respond may be why you have a customer today or tomorrow or not. Or how many times do we have a chance to catch that problem?
Okay.
Every major investigation I've investigated or this team has investigated, we will hear, I'm surprised this hasn't happened before. Those are causal factors.
Right.
So it all starts by defining the incident properly. So this is going to be a mini workshop to make sure, are the incidents defined correctly? Are the behaviors, the causal factors defined correctly? And what are the ones you miss? And it's just going to be a great workshop. And I want to hit on something here. If you've never been trained in TapRooT, it doesn't matter. The TapRooT Summit isn't just for the trained TapRooT family. It's for everybody. It's for anybody who has ever experienced a problem and wanted to fix it, or things got out of hand, or you just wanted to make things better. The TapRooT Summit is just not for TapRooT people.
Right.
And we don't advertise it as much, and we should, because you're going to learn stuff without even knowing what TapRooT is.
Okay.
Cool.
And now, just to go back to your session there, that is a human performance, aimed at human performance causal factors.
Exactly.
So I think that sounds like a great one, and you've got a great team.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like it will be. So then you have analyzing complacency using TapRooT. Explain that to me.
Well, I've sat in so many sessions or got to call and someone's reviewing a problem. They said the people are just complacent. Well, first of all, for TapRooT trained people, you know complacency isn't a root cause on the tree. Why? Because there's multiple reasons why people do what they do. It could be that they've been monitoring something so long that they're going to miss it. Well, that's a human engineering issue. Our bodies are designed, like if you're driving a car, are you complacent because you missed that animal that ran in front of you? Or is it inattentional blindness because you've been driving so long, there's no way you can detect something driving out in front of you unless you scan the environment frequently. Okay. And people say, well, they were complacent when they were driving. Or they've been trained to call and do feedback multiple times and repeat things. Well, they're doing exactly what they're trained, but over time you do something frequently, you're going to miss something. It has nothing to do with, I'm just not doing my job and I don't care anymore. Now, if it does, that ties into the culture questions we have on our tree. That ties into where we're going with things. So we do handle complacency, but we don't call it complacency. And so we're going to go over what that really means and how that, what you thought was complacency shows up in the root cause tree. And it's going to be presented by two guys that are passionate, from Ashland. They're a long-term client of ours. They're certified instructors, and they deal with a lot of different small issues, different small companies that do repair services and tree services, and they work with a lot of our big clients as well. So they get to see the different areas where people grew up saying people were complacent, and they get to show you how to kind of learn
Okay,
that.
great. Well, the next one you have is learn from successful outcomes caused by actions with intent to deviate. That's a big, long title.
All right, so 80% of our root causes on our root cause tree say need improvement. What that means is the process, the tools, the procedures we gave them weren't good enough. And so because of that, many people in the workforce break rules. We should be listening to that, not from you're not being compliant, but you're breaking rules. Why? Are you not able to do your job successfully? Is there a better way to do the job? So this is going to be a session that talks about how to listen to that, how to see how people are being successful despite what we give them.
Okay.
It's more than what you think on everyday business.
Oh, that sounds like a really good session. So, well, that winds up your Wednesday. We do move into, we have our reception that night. We'll have our keynote. Carl Dixon will be our keynote that afternoon, and then we'll have our reception, and then we come back in on Thursday, and you pick up with how to fix a human error.
Right. So that's actually going to be led by Mark Paradis. He's the creator of TapRooT, if you haven't had a chance to meet him yet. And he's going to share ways over the years from the wealth of information how to make problems go away. How do you fix things? Kind of look at the corrective action side and just have a real good discussion. And also a great place to ask the creator of TapRooT questions.
Yeah.
In a little mini session in your small group of people, as opposed to the big sessions, you'll be able to ask him one-on-one questions in this session.
It's what he spent his life doing. So
Exactly.
It's a perfect session to be able to do that. And that's what we try to do. Human error is
Exactly.
the root of a lot of problems.
Yep.
Isn't it? Alternatives to discipline, how to effectively enforce rules by Kevin McManus.
Yep. Now, Kevin McManus, if you have not had a chance to meet him, he is passionate and he has more energy than 30 people in a room.
Yeah.
So you can't help but be engaged just by listening to a session. But the thing is, it's very apparent. Discipline is just one piece. There is a time and place when people break certain rules. But that's not how you get people motivated.
Right.
I mean, even with self-discipline, you can have self-discipline. I get onto myself and I break rules all the time. Why did I do that today? But why do I do things that I want to do? Why do I do things in the future? Because I have passion. Because I have an internal reward. There's also external rewards. So there's different ways to get people passionate and motivated because it just feels good and it's the right way to do things.
Okay, that sounds like a great one. So then we move to client success stories.
Right.
That's something we always love to hear.
Right, so we have some people from Weatherford, and they've been a long-term client. They are really going to present their best practices. They're so engaging to listen to, and they have so many best practices to share, and they continue to improve on what they do. And a great question and answer session. People are always asking questions. Well, how did you do that? How do you handle that? And you just don't have to listen from us TapRooT people. You can listen to the people that are actually applying it out to the field and get exposed to different problems. And it's just a great session to learn from.
Yeah, and that's another key point about the summit is the ability to get to gain knowledge from our clients because they are the ones that are out there doing it every day, and they're so nice to share with us every time we're at our summit. So it's one of the most special things that occurs there. Too much cheese. How to measure and improve safeguard effectiveness.
Oh my goodness. So first of all, what's a safeguard? Whoops. The safeguard is that when I put this on my belt, it did not hold. So the safeguard clip didn't work because the human error is I didn't put it on properly.
That was
So,
very clever.
all right, now, with that said, there are ways to make things stronger. And a lot of times you may have more training, you may mistake proof, so there was no way it couldn't have been on my belt. But nothing's perfect.
Right.
It also ties to the thought we had that a lot of our root causes say NI needs improvement,
Yes.
which means we're always should be evaluating what we put in place because everything changes. Tools change, people change, and it's more than just, as he puts it, go, no go.
Yeah.
It's a process of improvement that you should learn and grow. So like I said, the Stop New Air track is all about learning.
It's a great track. I think it's just one of the best ones. It can relate to anybody in any job that they perform. So thank you so much for putting that together. I think it's going to be very valuable to the attendees. We wind up Friday with everybody comes together. So all the stuff you've learned throughout the week, we come together, you kind of talk about it with other people there at the summit, and you go home with a plan. And we're going to do a little different this year, helping people develop roadmaps, what we call roadmaps for success. And it's just going to be a kind of a more extensive way of doing what we've done in the past, the performance improvement gap analysis session. So I think it's going to be really cool, don't you?
Yeah. Can I plug another session?
Oh, please do.
So we have our pre-summit. So we have our summit week. The first 2 days are pre-summit courses that we only offer as public courses once a year.
Yes.
And then we have our summit track. Some people go to pre-summit, some people go to the last 3, or they go all week.
Yeah.
We want to see all week. But we have a new course this year
And most do.
by the energetic person, Kevin McManus. It's mistake proofing. And so it's ideas on how to, like, for example, if I don't want to miss a hair when I'm combing it, I just shave it all off. So there's ways of mistake proofing so you don't make an error, and he's going to show you different ways to do it. Now, the other course next to that would be stopping human error, which is a little bit more understanding the human, a little bit more of understanding different processes. And then you have, which is taught by Joel Haidt, a very good expert in human factors. And then you have Kevin's course, which is in the field fixes. And so please sign up for that course. It's a new course offered this year. I promise you, you will be completely engaged, if not worn out by the time you're done because of his energy.
Yeah,
but I'm looking forward to this summit week. I really I believe in what we do, and it's just a great place to be.
Yeah, if you want to be as passionate as Chris about all this, well, you'll see when you come to this summit, you'll leave as energized and passionate and just so full of knowledge. It's always a great week. We always hate to see it end, don't we? And we just can't wait for the next one. So, like I said, just a little over a month away. Next week, I believe I'm talking to Mark Paradise, and we're going to kind of do an overview, a wrap-up of what's going to go on at the summit, and then we're pretty much down to the wire. It's pretty much summit time, and so we are really hoping to see you there. Go to our website, taproot.com/summit. You'll get all the information there. You can download a brochure. You can register. We're watching every day as more and more people keep registering. So we are looking forward to seeing your name on that list and seeing your face when we get to Montgomery, Texas. So thank you for joining us. Chris, thank you.
Thank you, Benna.
And we'll see you all soon.